Now let us take our next question in advanced portion. Now coming on first question. लिखिए question. 3 moles of an ideal gas. For the gas Cv value given, Cvm means molar heat capacity at constant volume is given 12.5 joules per mole per Kelvin. Are at 300 Kelvin and have volume 5 decimeter cube. Full stop. If the gas is heated to 320 Kelvin and the volume is changed to 10 decimeter cube, then calculate entropy change for this process. So try this question yourself. Now in this question you have two variables. One is temperature is changing, second volume is changing. The two variables temperature and volume are changing, so we can take here taking entropy as function of volume and temperature. What relation you can have for entropy change calculation? Delta S can be taken N CVM ln T2 by T1 plus NR ln V2 by V1. In this case, how many moles given? 3. So you can take log is 10, then it is 2.303. N आपका दिया है 3 moles, CV दिया है 12.5 joules में है, log T2 दिया है 320, T1 दिया है 300 Kelvin. Again 2.303, N आपको दिया 3 moles, R 8.314, log how much is volume given? V2 10 by 5. Final volume is 10, initial volume is 5. Log 10 by 5. So on solving this part here, this now only part is solution, calculation part. You can do this calculation. On calculation, the answer for this question is coming 19.71 joules per mole per Kelvin as the answer for this question. Easy question, but we have two variables. Volume and temperature are both variables. So that is how this question you can solve. Okay? Let us take our next question in advanced portion. Question आप लिख लीजिए, write down question. Calculate the entropy change. Write down. Calculate the entropy change accompanying the following change of state. Given water, it is ice, solid at minus 10 degrees Celsius, 1 atm pressure, changes to water liquid at 10 degrees Celsius and 1 atm pressure. Cp for ice is 9 calorie per degree per mole. Cp for ice is 9 calorie per degree per mole, and Cp for water is 18 calorie per degree per mole. Given the latent heat of fusion of ice, the latent heat of fusion of ice is 1440 calorie per mole at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so try this question yourself. Now coming on solution part of this question, this reaction happen in 3 steps or 3 stages. What is 3 stages? First we take ice solid will remain ice solid at minus 10 degrees Celsius. Pressure up same है throughout 1 atm. So when pressure is constant, I can write the word here. So, we can take pressure constant expressions. So when ice is there, we'll convert to ice at 0 degrees Celsius, and then ice will become liquid water at 0 degrees Celsius, and then it convert to water in the liquid but at high temperature. कितना है? 10 degrees Celsius. So this entire process will take place in 3 steps. 3 steps. Step 1, ice to ice, rising temperature, increasing temperature, then ice to liquid conversion at same temperature, and then liquid water also rising temperature by 10 degrees Celsius more. So in solving this question, we can take step 1 delta S1, step 2 delta S2 is entropy change, and step 3 delta S3 will be entropy change. So for calculation of the overall entropy of the reaction, we require delta S1 plus delta S2 plus delta S3. We need to add all the three steps, entropy changes. Then for the reaction overall, we can get the entropy change. So let us see how to find first value. Pressure is constant throughout, so we can take Cp values. Moles of water is not given, so we can take all the values given per mole. So all the values you can take per mole. So this value you can find delta S for the entire process for 1 mole of substance. So for 1 mole, first can take delta S1 is how much? N is 1, so you can take Cp 2.303, Cp log T2 by T1. In this case, from here what is delta Cp? This delta S1 2.303. What is Cp? For ice 9 calorie per degree per mole, log T2 दिया है temperature, 0 means 273, initial means 263. We get one value. Then in second step, what is delta S2? It is Q reversible by temperature. Ice will melt. During melting, pressure is constant given. You can take Q reversible by temperature. That Q reversible you can take directly here per mole the value given. It is 1440 by temperature in Kelvin scale 273 Kelvin. What is calorie per mole? Calorie per mole per Kelvin. And delta S3 for water liquid phase, NCP ln T2 by T1. So n again 2.303. Cp value how much given? 18 calorie. Same formula, NCP log T2 by T1. What is T2 here? 283 by 273. When we add, then for the reaction or for the overall process, delta H can be taken how much? Sorry, delta S total can be taken how much? Delta S1 plus delta S2 plus delta S3. On solving, the answer should come 6.258. Is your answer finally? Calorie per degree per mole. See the question, values given of all data is given in calorie units. When all data will be taken in calorie units, you take delta S also in same units. That is how this question can solve for calculation of delta S of the overall process. I hope it is clear. Chaliye. So let us take over one more topic is there. It's called Joule-Thomson effect. What is Joule-Thomson effect? You can add the definition लिखिए इसका. Write definition of Joule-Thomson effect. देखिए. It's the phenomena of change of temperature. Phenomena of change of temperature produced when a gas is made to expand adiabatically from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure, from a region of high pressure to a region of extremely low pressure, Now why this lowering of why there is change in temperature produced? Normally what happens, there is lowering of temperature whenever a gas is made to expand adiabatically. What is meaning of adiabatic conditions? From surrounding there is no heat exchange. Now in expansion, the gas or the system has to do work, and for doing work energy is required. So system will do work at the cost of decrease in systems on internal energy. So most of the gases will undergo cooling on expansion. Why the gas undergo cooling on expansion? Because during expansion system will do work, and for doing work energy is required. I'm repeating this point. System for doing work energy is required. So when energy is required, change is adiabatic. That means the system will do the work at the cost of decrease in system's internal energy. We take one temperature called as Ti, called as inversion temperature. Inversion temperature. What is Ti? लिख लीजिए. It's the temperature below which a gas shows cooling on expansion. It's the temperature below which a gas shows cooling on expansion. See, what is actually observation that at room temperature means most of the gases will show cooling at condition of what? At room temperature. At room temperature, most of the gases will show cooling on expansion. Why? Because they have temperature, they have this Ti, they have inversion temperature more than room temperature. So for that reason, majority of the gases will show cooling on expansion at room temperature. Now there are some gases. We have two gases can be taken. One is helium and second is hydrogen. Which these two gases, it have value of Ti minus 80 degrees Celsius for hydrogen. It is minus 240 degrees Celsius for helium. We can take these two gases. They show heating on expansion at room temperature. They show heating on expansion at room temperature. I hope it is clear. Now, in question, sometimes they use one word. An ideal gas will undergo expansion. Then what happens? Remember, in ideal gas, on expansion, no cooling take place. Or you can write here that Joule-Thomson effect is 0. Means in this case, no cooling occurs. On expansion. Why? Because in ideal gas molecules, there are no van der Waals interaction forces among the gas molecules. No van der Waals interaction forces are existing among the gas molecules. So they ask sometimes question, an ideal gas is made to expand adiabatically, what happen? There is no cooling occurs. Why? Because in ideal gas molecules, there are no interactive forces among the gas molecules. When no attraction, no repulsion will occur. Actually, why cooling occur on expansion? Because in expansion work is done. Work is done against what? The work will be done against the van der Waals attractive forces which are operating or existing among the gas molecules. To overcome those interaction forces, energy is required. Now when the gas is ideal, among the gas molecules, there are no interactive forces, no attraction, no repulsion. So no energy required. No energy is required to overcome any kind of interaction force in the gas molecules. For this reason, you can take here, when we take ideal gas, does not show cooling on expansion. Question एग्जाम में पूछता है कि आपसे गैस आइडियल रियल गैस अगर होगा तो वहाँ पे कूलिंग होना कंपलसरी है. एक्सपेंशन पे मोस्टली just leaving these two gas. These two gas can show cooling on expansion when first we lower temperature to this range and then the gas undergo cooling. Below that temperature, below this ETI, below this inversion temperature, the gas will show cooling. So for these two gases to show cooling or expansion, first they should be cooled below this temperature. पहले इसको इसके टेम्परेचर नीचे लाना पड़ेगा. इसके नीचे लाने के बाद ही क्या होगा, अगर गैस एक्सपेंड करता है तब उस केस में कूलिंग होगा. अदरवाइज मेजॉरिटी गैस में हम क्या देखते हैं कि एक्सपेंशन करने पर क्या होता है, कूलिंग. क्यों? वर्क इज डन अगेंस्ट van der Waals interaction forces which are existing in the gas molecules. So I hope it is clear the basis of this Joule-Thomson effect. Now remember, sometimes the gas, one thing more, the gas will expand against what? The gas will expand against, you can take some pressure of atmosphere, against some external pressure. So the gas can show cooling for that reason. Try to understand. So what actually happens here? if the gas undergo expansion in vacuum, if we can take here expansion occurs is in vacuum, then what happens? Then what is P external here? 0. So what is work done taken here? 0. Already conditioned to an adiabatic 0. So in such a case, what can be taken? Delta U, that is Q plus work, equal to how much? 0. So if it is taken the gas undergo expansion in vacuum there is no external pressure. In vacuum there is no external pressure. So what is work done? P delta V. So P external 0. So work is 0. Q already 0 because the gas is undergoing expansion adiabatically. And for adiabatic expansion, Q 0. What is delta U from first law? Q plus work. So Q plus work also will be 0. I hope it's clear. चलिए. Now to explain Joule-Thomson effect for real gas or ideal gas, some points are required to us. So actually for ideal gas you can take some properties. That first term we can write down here. आप देख लीजिए. The internal energy of a given quantity of an ideal gas at constant temperature is independent of its volume. Already explained to you this point that the internal energy of a gas is function of temperature. So when we have constant temperature, when the volume change, that does not affect the gas's internal energy. In what conditions? When we have condition of constant temperature, isothermal conditions. So for ideal gas, when the temperature will be constant, then we can take this term taken del U by del V. It is not changing, will remain constant. So we can take this value will be 0, change is 0. Del U by del V is taken 0 at constant temperature. Second क्या होता है कि to define the ideal gas, we have two expressions. One is called Boyle's law expression, already explained to you in topic gas state. P into V, product of pressure into volume, is constant at constant temperature. When the amount of gas is fixed, for the fixed amount of gas at constant temperature, the product of pressure into volume is constant. Yeah, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. That expression was there. Second, we can take this term del U by del V is 0 at constant temperature, and this term taken del U by del V at constant temperature, this T indicate the condition of constant temperature. So the term del U by del V at constant temperature is called as internal pressure. It's called internal pressure, and we can see from here that the internal pressure of an ideal gas is 0. Now next point, you can have in exam they ask question कि Joule-Thomson effect, whether it is isoenthalpic or in this case enthalpy remain constant, or in this case internal energy remain constant. So how this is compared? You can make one diagram to explain this point here. Okay. Now to explain Joule-Thomson effect, we have explained one diagram here. In this diagram you can see we have taken a tube. The tube is made of non-conducting material. Why? To ensure adiabatic conditions. The tube is made of non-conducting material to ensure adiabatic conditions. Means from surrounding there is no heat exchange between system and surroundings. So the tube is made of non-conducting material for that purpose. And we are having this tube. It have a porous plug. Through the porous plug, the gases can diffuse from 1 to second side, and then you can take here, it is piston A, it is piston B. Suppose we apply pressure higher, so in this case this piston is moving in this direction, and this can be volume change. V1 is the volume change from this to this point, and V2 is the expansion. When the gas will come to this portion, pressure P1 is higher than pressure P2, because the gas will diffuse from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. The gas will diffuse from a region of high pressure to region of low pressure. That means in this case the P1 is more than P2. and then this side when the gas will be entering, this side the volume increases, this side volume increases. यहाँ पे क्या volume कम हो रहा है. You can see this at the point A, the work is done on the system, so volume contract, compression take place. When the compression take place, it is called work done on system. On the other hand, the piston B is moving to the right direction. That means the volume is increasing. Increasing volume means expansion take place. So in this portion, the expansion take place, or it is work done by the system. So when you take calculations here, what is work done on system at point A? I can add plus P1 V1, and work done by the system at point B. यहाँ पर क्या है? Work done on system at point A. Compression हुआ यहाँ पर. अगर compression है तो क्या बोलते हैं? Work done on system. और यहाँ पर क्या है? सेकंड साइड में एक्सपेंशन. इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है? वर्क डन बाय सिस्टम. वो कितना होगा? माइनस P2 V2. एंड देन व्हाट इज टोटल वर्क डन? आई कैन ऐड नेट वर्क डन. दोनों ऐड कर लेंगे आप. P1 V1 प्लस माइनस P2 V2, और दिस कैन बी रिटन एज P2 V2 minus P2 V2 plus P1 V1. This is net work done. Now you can see from here that this expansion of the gas take place in what conditions? Expansion take place under adiabatic conditions. So when the gas undergo expansion adiabatically, what happen? The system will do work at the cost of system's internal energy, because Q will be zero in such a process. When Q is zero, that means for doing work, energy come from where? The energy will come from the system's own internal energy. The system will do work at the cost of its internal energy. That means this total work you can equate is delta U, and delta U will be how much? U2 minus Q1. When you equate this relation from here, you can just rerun the equation. It is like U2 plus P2 V2 is equal to U1 plus P1 V1. Or it is H2, it is H1. So what happened? H2 is equal to H1. So delta H becomes 0. I am writing this equation 1 because it is one thing they asking question कि Joule-Thomson effect take place in which conditions? You can see from here that the Joule-Thomson effect take place in iso-enthalpic conditions. Means enthalpy remain constant. You can see delta H is 0 means no enthalpy change occur in Joule-Thomson effect or this adiabatic expansion. Okay, this expression will be helpful to us if you get a relation for Joule-Thomson coefficient. We'll just come to that part. Next we take Joule-Thomson coefficient. For that we can use this expression. Okay, let us take one expression for Joule-Thomson effect. One term is called Joule-Thomson coefficient. How that expression can get? देखिए पहले आपका था this continuation delta H is 0 when the effect occurred, Joule-Thomson effect. We proved this point here. Now if I take enthalpy, you know, is a state function, so we can take dH is complete differential. dH is complete differential. So now we can take enthalpy as a function of pressure and temperature. By taking enthalpy as a function of pressure and temperature, we can write dH equal to how much? Del H by del P at constant temperature dot dP plus del H by del T at constant pressure then dt. This expression you can see here. Del H by del T is what? At constant pressure, it's called Cp, the molar heat capacity at constant pressure. That is what? Delta H by delta T at constant pressure. So replacing this term by Cp. So Cp dot dt we can write here in expression number 2. And now you can see from first equation what is delta H? 0. So equate this term to 0. This term equal to 0. And from here I can write minus del H by del P at constant temperature dot dP is equal to how much? Cp dt. Or you can take from your ratio del T by del P will be how much? Bringing Cp this side minus 1 by Cp del H by del P at constant temperature. Here enthalpy constant. So this equation taken here, this term I can write here dt by dP. This term is called as mu Jt. What is that? Joule-Thomson coefficient. This term is called as Joule-Thomson coefficient. It is called Joule-Thomson coefficient, and you can see this variation can tell that whether a gas will show cooling or heating on expansion. If the value of mu Jt, you can see from here, if mu Jt is positive, that means the gas shows cooling on expansion. In this case, the gas will show cooling on expansion because both are negative values. When there is fall in when the pressure decrease, dP is negative, then what happens to delta T? Fall in temperature. If this value will be then positive, the value then become positive. So if the value of Joule-Thomson coefficient is more than 0 or positive, then the gas will show cooling on expansion. Whereas if I say when mu Jt is negative, less than 0, then the gas will show heating on expansion. Then the gas will show heating on expansion. Because if delta T positive, delta P is negative, anyway pressure का decrease होना ही है. क्यों decrease होगा? The gas has to expand by definition from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. When the gas will undergo expansion, means pressure has to decrease. तो delta P आपका negative होगा ही होगा इसमें. अगर डेल्टा P नेगेटिव है बट डेल्टा H क्या आपका हो रहा है पॉजिटिव, तो क्या हो जाएगा mu Jt का वैल्यू नेगेटिव हो जाएगा इस केस में. तो इफ द वैल्यू ऑफ mu Jt इज नेगेटिव, देन द गैस विल शो हीटिंग ऑन एक्सपेंशन. यू रिमेंबर फॉर आइडियल गैस, इफ आई राइट फॉर आइडियल गैस, क्या होगा mu Jt का वैल्यू? mu Jt इज 0 फॉर आइडियल गैस. वी कैन प्रूव दिस. इतना आपको कंपल्सरी है, आप एक बार देखेंगे तो आपको अच्छा रहेगा इसमें. mu Jt is 0 for ideal gas. Why? Because for ideal gas, among the molecules there are no interactive forces, no attraction, no repulsion among gas molecules. So no attraction, no repulsion among gas molecules. That means mu Jt becomes 0 because the gas will do work against no pressure. No attraction forces. The gas will do work against no interaction forces for that reason. So I hope it is clear this topic. Now we can prove this mathematically. As we can prove कि why mu Jt is 0, and we can get expression of mu Jt for even this Ti for the real gases. Let us explain this point to you more. Now let us explain कि why mu Jt is 0 for ideal gas. So we will take this next heading, Joule-Thomson effect in case of an ideal gas. For proving this expression, you can again take expression number 4, equation 4 we done just in the previous topic for the real gases using same expression here. Equation 4 can be written in that same equation 4. We replace H equal to how much? U plus Pv by definition of enthalpy. It is U plus Pv. Replace that expression here. So this can be taken mu J, that del T by del P at constant enthalpy. We just replace the term H by U plus Pv, and then writing it this way, minus 1 by Cp. This can be written as del U by del P at constant temperature, second del Pv by del P at constant temperature, writing them, and then we can write this expression by multiplying and dividing by dV in the denominator as numerator. So when we divide and multiply, तो क्या आपको मिलेगा इसमें? This expression I can write in this form, and then rearranging this expression I can write in this form. When this equation is written in this form, we can see already we have taken definition earlier for that region. Okay, for ideal gas, by definition, this term del U by del V at constant temperature, that is called internal pressure, and is 0 for ideal gas. It is 0 for ideal gas, and also we know that del Pv by del P at constant temperature by definition of Boyle's law, in the condition of constant pressure and temperature and fixed amount of gas, product of pressure into volume is constant, this term becomes 0 at constant temperature. So whole term becomes 0 means mu Jt becomes 0. for that ideal gases do not show Joule-Thomson effect. Only real gases will show Joule-Thomson effect. I hope it is clear also. Why? Simple logic. And interaction forces are absent if the gas is taken ideal. होता कोई गैस आइडियल नहीं है, but for theory purpose we are using this expression. That is how we can explain for ideal gas. This expression improvement mu J(T) is 0 for ideal gas. Now if it is taken real gases, we have taken one term, inversion temperature. That expression we can derive and then explain bit more for real gas how they can show cooling on expansion. For that derivation we need to have clarity of the van der Waals gas equation. Let us take next topic then. Now let us explain here Joule-Thomson effect in real gases. We can get derivation of inversion temperature using this van der Waals equation for the real gases. So what is van der Waals equation? If I write for 1 mole of gas, it is expression given van der Waals equation for 1 mole of gas, P plus A by V square into V minus V is equal to RT. If I take for n moles तो क्या इक्वेशन होता है? P plus n square by n square A by V square minus into V minus NV is equal to nRT. Anyway, for 1 mole, writing in that expression n equal to 1, it is expression. This expression you can write in this form here on abbreviation. Now in this case, what is A and B? A and B are called van der Waals constant, whose value is very small. Small b is a measure of size of the gas molecules. Small b will measure size of the gas molecules, whereas small a is a measure of attractive forces among the gas molecules. Explain to you this topic in the gas state under heading van der Waals equation, significance of different terms. Anyway, since a and b are both very small, so product of a and b and divided by v square is very small, so it can be neglected in the expression. So the term involving a b upon v square is neglected here, and then this expression we can rewrite here in this form, and then replacing in the expression equation 1 volume term by RT upon P. From the gas equation, PV is equal to RT for 1 mole of gas. So I can write volume is how much? RT upon P. In the expression number 1, so PV is equal to RT plus PV minus A P upon RT. Equation number 2. Now we differentiate. On differentiating this equation number 2 with respect to temperature, differentiating equation number 2 with respect to temperature at constant pressure, what equation you get here? In this form, del V by del T at constant pressure, R upon P plus A upon T RT square. It is equation 3. Now this equation number 2 we can rearrange in one more form to resemble this equation. So we can rearranging equation number 2 once again. We can write here RT is equal to how much? P into V minus V plus AP upon RT, and dividing up both sides by PT, we get expression R upon P is equal to V minus V by T plus A upon RT square. It is equation number 4. Now putting the value of R upon P from equation 4 into equation number 3. Putting R upon P from equation 4 into equation 3, what we get here? We get this expression here, this one here. So this equation can be simplified in this form here. T into del V by del T at constant pressure minus V is equal to 2A upon RT minus V. It is equation number 5. It is equation number 2, we write here. It is equation number 3. So equation 5 we will continue further to use for the next part. Now after equation 5 we continue. We can take one. We use one equation in thermodynamics. Volume is equal to temperature del V by del T at constant pressure plus del H by del T at given condition is equal to this equation I can write as equation 6. And now equation 5 we can rearrange using this equation in this form. Now from equation 4 we taken earlier for Joule-Thomson effect, del T by del T at constant enthalpy is minus 1 by Cp del H by del P at constant temperature, and equation number 7. Using these two equations, we can write this expression this form here. So we can, when we write this equation in this form here, from here we can explain Joule-Thomson effect. ये आपको क्या था? This ratio called as Joule-Thomson coefficient. This ratio is what? This ratio is called as Joule-Thomson coefficient. Now it can have value negative or positive or 0 depending on the nature of gas. The value of mu Jt is equal to 0 or can be negative or positive depending on the nature of gas. So from this expression you can write here, it is for real gas. This equation for us is last one only important here. कि क्या आएगा इसमें? If you can take here mu Jt is positive. When we have mu Jt positive, if this term is positive, when this term is positive, when 2a upon RT is more than small b, 2a upon RT is more than small b, then you can write here 2a upon RT more than small b, then mu Jt is positive and the gas, real gas will show cooling on expansion. दोनों साइन का क्या हुआ? नेगेटिव साइन दोनों होंगे, so ratio become positive there or write here. And when we have mu Jt is 0, कब होगा? अगर आपका ये term equal to this term is magnitude, when 2a upon RT is equal to small b in magnitude, so this term 0 means whole term 0, so mu Jt will be 0 at this condition. And if the gas will show heating on expansion, then the mu Jt is negative. कब होगा ये? If 2a upon RT will be less than small b. A और B कहते हैं van der Waals constant थे गैस के लिए. Now since we know this term is involved here, Ti called inversion temperature. Yes, we told definition of inversion temperature. क्या होता है? The temperature below which a gas shows cooling on expansion, or can take it is also can be defined as the temperature at which the mu Jt will change the sign from positive to negative or vice versa. So we can take we can take Ti inversion temperature. What happen? Mu Jt you can equate to 0. 0 का meaning क्या है? This term will be equal 2a upon RT is equal to small b. I replace the term T by Ti. What is Ti here? Inversion temperature. And then you can write expression Ti is how much? 2a upon RB. This is the expression for the inversion temperature. 2a upon RB. यहाँ पे A और B क्या है? Van der Waals constant. So different gases are having different value of inversion temperature because they are having different value of A and B. Small a is a measure of attractive forces in gas molecules. Small a is a measure of attractive forces among the gas molecules. So whichever gas has higher value of small a will also have higher inversion temperature. We have taken two gases. One is hydrogen, second is helium. They are having very low value of the inversion temperature. कितना था उसके लिए? For helium it is minus 240 degrees Celsius. For hydrogen it is minus 80 degrees Celsius. Why they are so low? The reason is very simple. They are the lightest gases. And the gas molecules there they can have only van der Waals interaction forces which are directly proportional to molecular mass of the gas. So for that reason you can say here, we can say that since A and B are fixed for different gases, the value of Ti will depend only on the A and B values. R is already gas constant. Okay. Now one term more is used called boil temperature. Relation होता है, just it is not relevant right now much, but for relation purpose we use one term called Boyle's temperature. TB कितना होता है? A upon RT. Or we can take relation wise. If I write here, Ti is double the TB. What is boil? This TB called as Boyle's temperature. TB is called as Boyle's temperature. What is Boyle's temperature? It is a temperature at which a real gas will obey Boyle's law over a wide range of pressure. हम क्या बोलते हैं? सारे गैस लॉ किसके लिए वैलिड होते हैं? Only for ideal gases. But we have some real gases also, in which, in fact, for real gas we can apply gas law in some set of conditions only. But we can take one temperature called Boyle's temperature at which a real gas can obey Boyle's law over a wide range of temperature, wide range of pressure. So this is called Boyle's temperature. Anyway, relation आपका था इसमें till this portion it was there. is over. Now we can take some more question practice in this chapter. Now let us take a question. Next question taken here. आप लोग क्वेश्चन लिख लीजिए. लिखिए. A sample of argon at 1 atm pressure and 27 degrees Celsius expands reversibly and adiabatically. From 1.25 liter to 2.5 liters. From 1.25 liter to 2.5 liters. Calculate delta H in the process. Given CVM. What is CVM? M for molar, V volume constant, C heat capacity. So molar heat capacity at constant volume for argon is 12.48 joules per mole per Kelvin. Okay. So read the question carefully and try this question yourself. Now let us come on solution part of this question. To solve this question, see in this case one term taken reversible and adiabatic conditions. What we have variable? Volume changing. And remember, in adiabatic conditions, temperature will not remain constant. That also will change. Because when Q will be 0, and for in expansion the work has to be done by system. For work done, energy will be required. So in this case, temperature will not remain constant in adiabatic conditions or expansion taken here. So what happened in this case? To solve this question, delta H. Now one thing more, we are not given, means argon given, a sample of argon given to you at pressure 1 atm, temperature 27 degrees Celsius, initial volume 1.25 liters. That means we don't have 1 mole, we have different number of moles. And for calculation of delta H from data of the heat capacity, molar heat capacity, we can use the expression delta H equal to how much? N Cp T2 minus T1. Now in this question, what is Cp value? आपको नहीं दिया है, आपको दिया है Cv. Relation क्या हुआ Cp का? Cp equal to how much? Cv plus R. तो what is Cv value? 12.48. It is joules. So take value of R in joules, 8.314. Same units become joules now. Joules per mole per Kelvin. You get proper units. So it become your value of Cp. In the question directly Cp is not given to us, but आपको Cv दिया है क्वेश्चन में. आप Cv का हेल्प लेकर हम Cp निकाल सकते हो. कैसे? आपका रिलेशन है Cp minus Cv is equal to R. तो Cp is our Cv plus R. We got one information. Second is number of moles. गैस तो दे दिया उन्होंने आर्गन, बट कितने मोल्स हैं इसके आपको मोल्स नहीं दिया है. तो we can find the number of moles using gas equation PV equal to nRT. प्रेशर दिया आपको स्टार्टिंग में 1 एटमॉस्फेयर, वॉल्यूम 1.25 लीटर. इनिशियल वी हैव हाउ मच मींस टेंपरेचर आपको दिया है 27 मींस 300 केल्विन एंड वैल्यू ऑफ R. इफ आई टेक प्रेशर एटमॉस्फेयर, वॉल्यूम इन लीटर्स, then I take value of R 0.0821. This expression will give the value of N, number of moles of the gas. Now we got N, we got Cp. T1 already given to us. What is T1 given here? T1 is initial temperature of the gas 27 degrees Celsius, means in Kelvin scale I can write here 300 Kelvin. Now T2 is required to us. In adiabatic reversible process already explained the relation of volume temperature क्या था? T1 V1 power gamma minus 1 is constant और T2 V2 power gamma minus 1. Using this expression, we can find the value of T2. T2 will come how much from here? और एक है T2 by T1 is how much from here? फिर at relation wise V1 by V2 power gamma minus 1. Now for argon, monoatomic gas, the value of gamma will be how much taken? 5 by 3. For argon, initial volume कितना दिया है? 1.25 लीटर. What is final volume V2? 2.5 लीटर. T1 दिया है इस क्वेश्चन आपको. तो in the question we just know T1, V1, V2 and gamma. Gamma आपको दिया नहीं क्वेश्चन में, बट आपको पता होना चाहिए. What is argon? Monoatomic gas. And for the monoatomic gas, what is वैल्यू ऑफ गामा 5/3, तो गामा इज 5/3। वॉल्यूम V1 V2 पता है आपको 1.25 2.5 लीटर्स, T1 दिया है, क्या निकालना है T2। यहां से हम निकालेंगे T2 का वैल्यू। वंस T2 is known to us, this T2 we will put from here in the given first expression. After putting T2 value here, then for the reaction delta H can be determined. On solving your answer delta H should come 117.6 joules. It is answer for this question. आपको कैलकुलेशन में रहेगा, आपको मैंने पूरा हिंट दे दिया क्वेश्चन के लिए। डू द कैलकुलेशन एट योर ओन एंड आंसर शुड कम 117.6 joules. ओके, चलिए लेट अस टेक नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ। सो राइट डाउन आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, देखिए कैलकुलेट रेजोनेंस एनर्जी ऑफ बेंजीन इफ delta H naught formation of benzene and cyclohexane are 49 kilojoule per mole and minus 156 kilojoule per mole respectively, and heat of hydrogenation of cyclohexane is minus 119 kilojoule per mole. Heat of hydrogenation of cyclohexane is minus 119 kilojoule per mole. So try this question yourself. Now let's come on solution of this part. To solve this question, what we require information here. See, in solving this question, the data given, heat of formation of benzene, this value given to us is experimental. For calculation of molecules resonance energy, what we require enthalpy of formation theoretical. आपको नहीं दिया क्वेश्चन में बेंजीन के लिए। और क्या रिक्वायर्ड है? हीट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन एक्सपेरिमेंटल। So one value is given to you 49 kilojoule per mole. Now how to link this data with cyclohexane and cyclohexane? See, if I take in cyclohexane, what is cyclohexane? It can be taken structure wise, this one here. In cyclohexane, when we add 1 mole of hydrogen gas, it can give cyclohexane. For this reaction, they have given heat of hydrogenation. I am writing delta H1 minus 119 kilojoule per mole. I am writing same without units, all data in kilojoule per mole. Now if I suppose take benzene is taken without resonance, so when we add 3 moles of hydrogen, it can give cyclohexane. For this reaction, what is delta H2? It is 3 times 119 kilojoule per mole. Now if it is taken delta heat of formation, let us say it is equation 1, equation number 2, we can add one more equation for formation of cyclohexane. How to form cyclohexane? 6 carbon solid to be taken graphite if nothing else to get it directly, plus 6 hydrogen gas can form cyclohexane. For this formation reaction of cyclohexane, how much energy required here or how much energy is given involved? Delta H3 is minus 156 kilojoule per mole. It is 119. Now we require for formation of benzene, how to find theoretical value from this data given? I can write equation 2 and 3. You can use. See, we 6 carbon solid plus 3 hydrogen gas can give this equation. So if it is taken from these two equations, we can get this equation. From here you can try to get heat of formation theoretical. This value taken formation theoretical value, it is formation only. So you can link these two equations. How to get this equation number 4? If I rearrange here, equation number 3 minus equation number 2, 3 minus 2 can give this equation number 4. So delta H naught formation of benzene will be how much? This value found is theoretical. Delta H3, that is minus 156 minus 3 into 119. This value will come how much in solving? This is positive 357. That will come how much? Minus 209. Sorry, plus 201 kilojoule per mole. This will become positive, higher than negative value. So heat of formation theoretical of benzene is found to be plus 201 kilojoule per mole. Therefore, we can write here what is molecules resonance energy. It is taken heat of formation experimental minus heat of formation theoretical. What is formation experimental value? 49 kilojoule. What is theoretical value? 201. On solving this value come how much? Minus 152 kilojoule per mole. Become answer for this question. It is answer for this question. I hope it is clear. First we find the heat of formation of benzene theoretical value. To find theoretical value, this data is not given to us, but this data you can get from this two expressions. Equation number 3 minus equation number 2 can give this equation for formation of benzene. This expression, heat of reaction for this equation is same as heat of formation of benzene theoretical value. And how to find the molecules resonance energy? It is heat of formation experimental minus heat of formation theoretical. Difference of two heat of reactions will give for the molecule resonance energy. I hope it is clear. चलिए, let us take next question. Let us take our next question. आपका next question दिया, लिख लिया आपने question को. Write down. Calculate resonance energy of benzene compared with Kekulé structure. Compared with Kekulé structure from following data. आपको दिया डाटा heat of formation of CH4 gas is minus 74.85 kilojoule per mole. Heat of formation of C2H6 ethane gas is minus 84.68 kilojoule per mole. Heat of formation of C2H4 ethene gas is plus 52.3 kilojoule per mole. Heat of formation of benzene in gas phase is plus 82.93 kilojoule per mole. And heat of sublimation of carbon graphite is plus 718.39 kilojoule per mole. And bond enthalpy of HH bond is 435.89 kilojoule per mole. So try this question. Now let us come to the solution part. To solve this question, if I write formation of benzene, Kekulé structure. In the Kekulé structure of benzene, it is the benzene's Kekulé structure. What is delta H naught formation? Theoretical. To get this benzene structure, what we require? 6 carbon graphite plus 3 hydrogen gas can form this compound benzene. It is the benzene's Kekulé structure. It have got 3 carbon-carbon single bonds, 3 carbon-carbon double bonds, and 6 carbon to hydrogen single bonds. So for this case, to calculate this value, what is required? Delta H naught formation. It can be taken summation of bond enthalpy of reactants minus product. Reactant means for carbon, we take 6 into delta H sublimation of carbon 718.39, very fine, plus 3 bond enthalpy of HH bond 435.89, and product side कितना पाएगा? In the product we have got 6 carbon to hydrogen single bonds plus 3 carbon carbon single bonds plus 3 into bond enthalpy of carbon carbon double bonds. Think first on the requirement. To solve this question, what is required to us? We require the bond enthalpies of CH single bond, carbon carbon single bond, and carbon carbon double bonds. This values are given to us. In formation of benzene, we require 6 mole carbon graphite, 3 mole hydrogen. For then the data given are bond enthalpy. It is the enthalpy of atomization to get carbon atom in the gas phase. Value also given to us. Only required is what here? Calculation of bond enthalpies of CH bond, CC bond, and C double bond C bonds. These value can be obtained from this data given to you from these 3 equations. If I write formation of methane gas, CH4 gas formation, how we write expression? we take carbon graphite 1 mole plus 2 mole hydrogen gas can give CH4 gas. Now from this equation, what is heat of formation? Reactant helpness 0.39 delta H sublimation of carbon plus 2 into bond enthalpy of HH bond 435.89 minus 4 into bond enthalpy of CH bond. In methane, for formation of compounds from delta bond enthalpies, what is formula? For a compound formation from delta of the bond enthalpies, what is formula? It is summation of the bond enthalpies of the reactants minus products. Reactant minus product. तो in the reactant side ये है, product में कितना है 4CH single bonds. From here we can get this value is given to us. So this value required we can get from here and then put here. We need 2 more data. You can take next expression, formation of ethane gas. How to form ethane? C2H6. It need to form 2 moles carbon graphite plus 3 mole of hydrogen gas can form C2H6 gas. For this reaction, what can be taken? Heat of formation 2 into bond this delta H sublimation of carbon 718.39 plus 3 into HH bond enthalpy 435.89 minus in the product side we have bond enthalpy of 1 carbon single bond plus 6 into bond enthalpy of CH bonds. This value we have got from here. It is average will remain same. We can put here. Then this value you can determine. In this case it is not to us. It is given. Heat of formation of ethane is given to us. This value is required. This value we can get from the first expression. Now we take third expression, formation of C2H4 gas. In C2H4 means it has CH2 double bond CH2. In this formation we take 2 carbon graphite two moles plus 2 hydrogen gas. So from here what is heat of formation in this case? It is 2 into 718.39 plus 2 into 435.89 minus in the product side we have 4CH single bond, so 4 into bond enthalpy of CH single bond plus bond enthalpy of C double bond C bond. Now again you can see this value we have already got from here. You can put here. This value only required. This is given to us. Heat of formation of ethene is given to us plus 52.3. So this value we can get from here. Now you can see from here, from these 3 expressions. Expression number 1, we can get bond enthalpy of CH single bonds. From this expression we get bond enthalpy of CC single bonds. And from this expression we get the bond enthalpy of C double bond C bond. We get from here bond enthalpy of C double bond C bond. That is what we can take here. Calculation of bond enthalpies. After this bond enthalpy of CH single bond, C single bond C, C double bond C, we can get heat of formation theoretical. We can get the heat of formation theoretical. And then already we are given the heat of formation. Experimental is given to us. Difference of 2 values give the molecules resonance energy. So after calculation you can find molecule of how much resonance energy, heat of formation, experimental minus this value we got will be theoretical. Difference is your answer, and answer should come in this case 269.03 kilojoule per mole is the answer to this question. आप चेक करिए निकाल के, साइन आपका नेगेटिव आएगा इसमें, This value you can find out here, and that is your answer. Okay. Let us take next question now. So let us take over next question. आपको क्वेश्चन दिया है 0.5 ग्राम of benzoic acid was subjected to combustion in bomb calorimeter at 15 degrees Celsius. At 15 degrees Celsius, when temperature of calorimeter system was found to increase by 0.55 degrees Celsius. Full stop. Find the heat change. Find the heat change at constant volume. Second bit, heat change at constant pressure. Given the heat capacity of calorimeter including water content was 23.85 kilojoules. The heat capacity of calorimeter including water was 23.85 kilojoules. So try this question yourself. Now let us come on solution part. To solve this question, first we can take the combustion reaction of bomb, this benzoic acid. What is combustion reaction? If I take, when we require the heat change or enthalpy change, we require to find per mole. So if we take for calculation here, if I first write combustion reaction of benzoic acid, it is C7H6O2 solid, plus for combustion they require oxygen gas, it gives 7CO2 gas and 3H2O liquid. Actually H2O is obtained in the vapor phase. In the reaction water will be obtained in the vapor phase. But what happen when we have low temperature? So when we maintain this temperature, then what happen? Water will be taken in the liquid phase for calculation of delta H especially, and then to balance you have how many oxygen? 14 plus 3 17. 2 already have 15 upper oxygen is 15 by 2 O2. This become a balanced chemical reaction. Now to solve this question, we can write first combustion equation. Combustion equation of benzoic acid produce CO2 plus water. Now in this case, in the beginning, water will be produced in the vapor phase because in combustion reaction it produces water in the vapor phase. But since we have taken temperature 15 degrees Celsius, we will take water in the liquid phase. That's combustion reaction balance for this combustion of benzoic acid. Now in this reaction, we will take calculation of heat change. For first part, calculation of heat change at constant volume. It is called delta U, and delta U can calculate per mole. If it is taken here, it is Z into delta T into molar weight by the weight of substance. Now Z is taken for the calorimeter heat capacity including water content. It is 23.85. Since it is heat evolved which cause rising temperature, so we take sign negative. 23.85 into delta T 0.55 into molar weight of substance. It has molar weight 122 by the weight of substance. This value will come in kilojoule per mole. On solving this value, you can check it out. Should come minus 3200.67 kilojoule per mole. Then second part is calculation of heat change at constant pressure, that is delta H, and delta H is how much? Delta U plus delta NGRT. What is delta H? Delta U plus delta NGRT. Already delta we have got delta U value minus 3200.67. For the reaction, what is delta NG? Gas, only see gas is 7 minus 7.5, that's half negative. R will take 8.314. Temperature to be taken Kelvin. This is joules. To make it kilojoule into 1000, and we take temperature in Kelvin scale given 15 degrees Celsius. How to make kilojoule? 288. And then on solving, this is again negative value add up, and the answer will come on solving minus 3201.86 kilojoule per mole become answer for this question. So when they ask heat change in combustion reaction at constant volume, they are asking delta U, and the heat change at constant pressure they are asking delta H, and delta H and delta U we can relate by this expression. Okay, so आप लोग next question लिखिए. Right on. 2 moles of an ideal gas undergo isothermal expansion. 2 moles of an ideal gas undergo isothermal expansion from 2 atm to 1 atm at 300 Kelvin. Full stop. Calculate delta S system, that is entropy change of system, comma entropy change of surroundings, and total entropy change. In 3 cases given. Case 1, if the process is reversible. Second bit, free expansion. Third part, if process is irreversible. So try this question. Part of this question. To solve this question, read the question again. 2 moles of an ideal gas undergo isothermal expansion. Means we have constant temperature, pressure will decrease. In expansion, either volume will be increasing, or you can write pressure decreasing at given temperature. Calculate delta S system, delta S surrounding, and delta S total. See, entropy is a state function. So entropy change of system will be same in all the cases. Delta S system will be same in all the cases. Only delta S surrounding will differ. So if I take calculation, let's say in first bit, what is delta S system? We can calculate by relation NR ln V2 by V1, or we can add P1 by P2. So in this case, what is number of moles? 2. R gas, can take the value of R. Gas constant in joules 8.314. ln, what is pressure? Initial 2, final 1. So on calculations, value will come 11.63 joules. Delta S system will come 11.63 joules, and delta S system will be same in all the cases. Because entropy is a state function. So change in entropy will depend only on the initial and final state, not the path followed. So it is delta S system coming 11.63 joules. First bit. Now in second part, after delta S system calculation, what is delta S surroundings? When the change taken is reversible, then delta S system and delta S surrounding are same in magnitude, only sign will be opposite. So what is delta S surroundings? Minus 11.63 joules. And what is delta S total? Delta S system plus delta S surrounding, so 11.63 plus minus 11.63 will be how much? 0. It is known to you already. Total entropy change for a reversible process will be equal to 0. That is how this bit 1 is covered. Now in second bit of the question, in free expansion. In free expansion means when the gas undergoes expansion, there is no work done. Basically in free expansion by surroundings. So in this case, delta S system, first of all, we can write here, will be same 11.63 only joules, but delta S surrounding will be how much in this case? 0. Because in free expansion there is no work done. For no work done means no heat absorbed. So relation wise delta S कितना होता है? Delta Q by temperature. So Q will be 0 in such case in free expansion. When Q is 0, delta S surrounding will also become 0 when the change is free expansion. So what is in this case? Delta S total we can take will be coming how much? Delta S system plus surroundings 11.63 plus 0, that's 11.63 joules only. Now coming on third bit. In third part, delta S system again is same. Again remember delta S क्या है? Same, because entropy is state function for that region. So what is delta S system in third bit? Same 11.63 joules. And what is delta S surroundings? For calculation of delta S surrounding, I can write here. It can be taken. देखिए इसमें क्या है? In expansion, system will do work. तो in doing work by system, energy will be absorbed from surroundings. तो surrounding lose energy. तो I can write here minus Q irreversible by temperature. Minus Q irreversible. When change is irreversible, since system will do work, for that work doing by system, energy will be absorbed. Q will be absorbed. So Q is positive for system. Then for surrounding, Q will be negative. And this can be taken work irreversible done by system by temperature. And what is work taken here? Minus P external into V2 minus V1 by temperature. Now we can replace here volume. What is P external taken here? Or I can write once again this minus P external into V2. A T taken common. What is V2 final here? Final volume can be taken. आपको दिया है you can take volume in terms of nRT by V. तो nRT by P2 minus nRT by P1. Now on solving this part here, you are given the question remaining things like what is P external, change is irreversible, should be final pressure 1 atmosphere. You can take T will cancel throughout into nR. N is 2 moles of the gas. By P2 will be how much taken? Final pressure is 1 atmosphere minus nRT by P1, nR by P1, TT cancel out. N दिया है इसमें 2 moles R by what is taken in this case? P1 initial pressure 2 atmosphere. So when this part is solved here, you can see it is coming how much? This will be coming on solving minus R. आप check कर लीजिए इसमें. It is minus 2R minus plus R, so that will become minus R only. So what is delta S surrounding? Putting R value 8 minus 8.314 joules per mole per Kelvin kinetic value. And then what can be taken in this case? Delta S total, delta S system plus surroundings 11.63 plus minus 8.314, the value of R. On solving this value will come 3.32 joules. Okay, that is how this question you can solve. Joules per Kelvin right here. So in this question to solve here, I hope delta system will be same in all the case. Is clear this point? Because entropy is a state function. The value of state function depend only on the initial and final state, not the process nature. Maybe free expansion, so delta S system is same in all the cases. Delta S surrounding will vary as per the process. When the process taken is reversible, delta S system and surrounding are same in magnitude, so total will be 0. Already explained in theory part detail. And then when we take free expansion, Q is 0, so work is 0. We can take this expression. So delta S surrounding is 0 in free expansion, then total is same, only 11.63. And then taken last one taken here, delta S system will be same, delta surrounding you can calculate this way here. So this is I hope clear, and with this the chapter we are finishing right now. Thank you.